We have made it to the finale, so let's get this party started. Let's get right on into it. What's going on, everybody? Nathan here with the Everyday Drinker, bringing you guys the finale, the final episode of what is the best bottled in bond bourbon and whiskey. Today, the three challengers that are here on the chopping block for the final episode are as follows. We have Jack Daniel's Bonded, followed by Rittenhouse Rye bottled in bond, and then we have Henry McKenna 10-year single barrel bottled in bond. Now, all three of these are fantastic, fantastic pours. Jack Daniel's goes right around that $40 mark. Rittenhouse goes right around that $25 mark. And the Henry McKenna, because it is an allocated bottle, can push upwards of that $80 mark. But you should be able to find it for right around $45 for MSRP. But without further ado, we have our pours. Let's get to spinning. All right. And one more for good measure, right? You guys know the deal. We're going to work from our left to our right, and then we're going to clean our palettes off and work right to left. But before we do that, I want to let you guys know about the 1,000 subscriber giveaway, because that is coming up quicker than you can imagine. That's right. So we're doing 4 2-ounce samples of Eagle Rare, Blanton's, Weller Special Reserve, and Wild Turkey Rare Breed to get your chance to enter into that 1,000 subscriber giveaway of those 4 2-ounce samples. You guys have to be subscribed, liking, and commenting on these videos, because if you don't do that, I don't know that you enjoy these videos and this content that I'm putting out for you. But without further ado, let's get into tasting. All right, glass number 1 here, guys. Let's see what we got. A little spice right off the nose. There's a little slight maple. Getting a slight medicinal cherry. There's a touch of cinnamon, like a sweet cinnamon, but nothing too far from that. And if you don't know, these are all bottled in bond. So with that said, they're all at that 100 proof point. There might be like this slight like oaky like oak leaves. And then there's this like underlying confectioner sugar. But let's get into the palate and see what this bad boy is all about. A lot of sweetness, a lot of maple. There is this like grapefruit, or not grapefruit. There's this grape flavor that's coming through, followed by a little bit of like a flat Coke. Trying to find something different. Really hasn't opened up yet, I guess. These have been poured for about 5 minutes, letting them air a little bit, get some air in there. Nothing too crazy. Let's get into glass number 2. Okay, there's a little more sweetness there. I'm getting almost like a pepper note. There's a lot more dark fruit. There's almost like a baked pie, but without the pie filling. Like it's more of those baking spices. Yep. Lots of rye. Makes me either think it's the Bonded or the Rittenhouse. There's this like... There's a strawberry note in there. Let's get into the palate. Very thin palate. Very, very thin. Hits your tongue and then it's gone. No burn. It's just one flavor of like cinnamon spice with a little bit of sweetness, and then it's gone. This one right here is an elite so far out of these 3. But let's get into glass number 3 here. This glass right here has a lot of nose. There's banana. There's a lot of banana. This is... I don't want to say what these are in a row, but I can almost guarantee you that I can. That is a lot of banana. This has a beautiful nose. And that banana is there on the palate, but it's like a smoky banana. It's like if you had like banana ice cream and toasted marshmallow. It's like a ice cream. We have ice cream sliders at my work with toasted marshmallow, but it's like if you use banana ice cream or like banana filling. That right there is that. That is really good stuff. But gonna go clean my palate, and then I'll be right back to work right to left. All right, guys. So palate is cleansed. We're gonna start on our right, which at the moment is in the lead. So let's get into a quick nose, quick palate, and see if anything has changed. That banana is still so prevalent. And if this is the Jack Daniels, I mean, it has that banana hard candy, almost like, and also there's that banana Laffy Taffy flavor in there as well. This nose is so beautiful. There's a slight maple, a little bit of smoke. There's a touch of caramel. But let's get back into the palate. Front of the palate, you're getting a kick of spice. There's this like pepper smokiness going on. Mid palate, you're getting banana, toastedness, and then on the ass end, there's this spice, this like lingering oakiness that just leaves your mouth coated, and the finish is super, super long. This right here is really, really good. That right now is in the lead. Let's move on to glass number 2 and see if anything has changed. So now that it's opened up a lot, there's a lot more prevalence of like a sweetness going on. There's this like sweet cherryness, like a maraschino cherry, a lot of cinnamon, a little brown sugar. Ooh, that's like a birthday cake right there. Let's get into the palate. The nose doesn't transfer to the palate. It's a very, very short finish, quick hitter. There's the sweetness. There's a little bit of that clove and cinnamon going on there. There's that sweetness. There's a little touch of brown sugar. But after that, the finish, it's very, very short and it's gone. So unfortunately, that guy right there isn't anywhere compared to this glass over here on the right. But let's move on to the glass that was all the way to our left here and see if anything has changed on this bad boy. That's a Waffle House. This glass right here needs to open up. And it takes a while for it to, but once it opens up, this is waffles and pancakes and berries and maple syrup. There's so much maple syrup in this glass. How I know what this is, and I know what all three of these are. I can guarantee you, I know what these are. There's so much maple in that glass, but let's get into the palate. It opened up so beautifully. There's so much sweetness going on. I'm getting a strawberry. There's also, like, weirdly, I don't know why, but I'm getting this note of kiwi. Don't know why, but I'm getting it. Super, super strange. I know, but getting that in there. The maple syrup to like this pancake berry with fruit topping. So, so, so prevalent. And it's delicious. I'm going to put this guy in third place. Just get him out of the way. And I'm going to do one more little mix up. See if I can figure something out here on these two. Because I don't want to know what they are. Glass on our left. Okay? Glass on our right. The noses on both of these are beautiful. But one of the palates just stands out a little bit more. And it's going to go to this glass here on my left. So 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. Third place goes to Rittenhouse Rye. And Rittenhouse Rye had a great run. It won its battle. It went to the finals. But it just came up short on the finish. And granted, it's a 100 proof rye for that $25 mark, and there is nothing wrong with that. I still love using this rye right here as a mixing rye whiskey in a bunch of cocktails. It is fantastic. But let's find out what second place is. Drum roll, please. Second place, Jack Daniels Bonded. And I mean, first place goes to the Henry McKenna 10-year. Now, these two right here were so close. And granted, I picked a winner, but it could have gone back and forth. The sweetness on this Henry McKenna bottle right here, I absolutely love. And the banana note on this Jack Daniels Bonded is super strong, and it is a beautiful, beautiful pour. And you can't go wrong with it. So either one of these two are winners in my book, but the Henry McKenna came out on top by just a small margin. Guys, I hope you really enjoyed this series. We do have a new series starting up next week. I'm not going to spoil what it is. You guys are just going to have to wait for it to come out because it is a good one, and I am super stoked for it. But until next time, this has been Nathan with the Everyday Drinker. Cheers.